All right, so it's been a while since I've done cold start, cold and dark for Boeing 747. And let's do it. Let's see if I still have it, if I still know how to do this. Look, I'm no stranger to Microsoft Flight Simulator. For those of you who know me, who have been following me, you know I've been playing this game since it came out back in August of 2020. So literally almost, what, 5 years? No, 6 years. Almost 6 years. It's going to be 6 years next year. We're almost in 2026, man. So it's almost 6 years. So I've been playing this game for almost 6 years. So I'm pretty familiar with most of the planes, but Boeing 747 is not an easy one to cold and dark. It's not an easy one to navigate, but I figured let's go ahead and let's give it a try. So we are in Vienna, and then from Vienna we're gonna go to Sweden. Okay, not Switzerland. Switzerland is next to Austria and Italy. It's a totally different, okay, different region. All right, a lot of people make a mistake with Switzerland and Sweden. Sweden is way up north. It's out, you know, in a same parallel of uh, what you call it, a Arctic Arctic region where the Alaska is. It's just it's on the eastern side, Alaska it's on the western side, etc., etc. Give me a little bit of geography here, in case you guys don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying people are stupid. I'm just saying like maybe you don't know. There's nothing wrong with it if you don't know, man. It's not like the end of the world, dude. It's okay. It's okay if you don't know, man. I don't know a lot of stuff, but I ask. That's why you ask. No one's gonna get mad at you if you ask for some information. No one's gonna look down upon you like if you're asking for some information. You would like to know where what Sweden is. Even if I didn't know, I wouldn't be ashamed of asking. Well, where's Sweden? I don't care if you don't like it, but I don't know everything. What I'm simply trying to say is, I'm not like saying that you guys don't know where Sweden is or that you don't know the difference between Switzerland and Sweden. But maybe there is somebody out there who doesn't know. Now, you don't know who's gonna watch this video. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not like calling people stupid or anything. I'm just saying. All right, so this is cold and dark, man. We have to do the inspection, the whole 9 yards. Yo, this is crazy. I need to take a screenshot of this. Hold on, let me remove this stuff. This will be my thumbnail. This will be a long video, but it's fun. All right. Wow, look at this beauty. How about this one? This one's better. That's a thumbnail right there. That looks amazing. Yo, dude. We got everything ready and set. This is just amazing. Wow. Let's remove all of this. I use the unmarked Boeing 747 because, you know, I don't want somebody complaining, oh, but why are you flying this company? Why are you flying this airliner? So I would rather not have any kind of, you know, airliner representing my flight. It's just going to be blank. All right. It's a 747 Boeing. That's all you need to know. and we're doing a cold and dark. Okay, I think we removed everything, did we? I think we did. Let me just go around here, double check, make sure that everything's removed. Brand new. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's inspected. It's a one giant plane to be inspecting. Look at these engines. It's a massive airplane. All right, let's do a cold and dark, huh? Let's get in. I think we're good here. There's my lovely co-pilot. What's her name? Um, you know what? I haven't given her the name yet. You guys can leave down on the comments what name I should give her. I don't want to give her any names because then, people are gonna start, you know, remembering that name and whatever. She has no name. That's her name. No name. No name. For that is true. That's her name. No name. Okay. Let me get some more. Now, if you're asking why is my shirt dirty, it's on purpose. I've done this on purpose just to make it look kind of like. I like certain styles. Like even some of my jeans, they're cut up, they're dirty, and they're torn apart, and it's just has that that what you call it, that Pearl Jam, style. Like how the lead singer Eddie, it's dressed up from Pearl Jam. So yeah, I listen to Pearl Jam. I love Pearl Jam. Sure. And Audio Slave, and Nirvana, and all that. All those bands from Seattle. Yeah. So it's a little bit of that kind of a style. Yeah. But anyway, because I know someone's gonna say, "Well, why you have like the 30 spots and all that? What's going on?" If you were concerned about the way I'm dressed, and you're not concerned about how me is doing this cold and dark, this says a lot about you as audience, guys. I mean, really, man, you guys have issues. If that's what you're concerned about. I don't want to call my entire audience autistic, but it does seem like it. Because if you're autistic, then you pay attention to detail. This upcoming new movie from Steven Spielberg, my God, there's so much in that movie. But anyway, that's a separate video, okay? But makes you wonder about like individuals who are autistic, individuals who are different, who see things that normally the other people don't see. Are there like a certain selected chosen ones out there by aliens, like that they're being controlled? Is this like seed deeply rooted into our DNA since 3,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago? And what happened with the dinosaurs after that missing link, right? We'll know what happened to the dinosaurs. Duh, they got extinct. But who extinct them? Well, it was the asteroid. That's what the science says. Well, it's true. The asteroid came in and wiped them out. But who navigated that asteroid? You see? Who, what, when, and where? You see, as a detective, you got to ask these questions. Who, what, when, and where? And, this movie, Disclosure, and I know we're here to do a cold and dark on this video, But this movie Disclosure, the teaser trailer really got me all super excited. And I mean, look, it's Steven Spielberg. I'll watch anything with Steven Spielberg. You know, it's one of the greatest filmmakers of our time, next to next to many others out there. I mean, there's so many others, but I think there's something about Spielberg movies that it stays with you forever. Like, you look at his resume, for crying out loud. I'm sorry, no offense to all these other film directors. No offense, but you look at his resume and you look at his movies, Hollywood would not be a Hollywood if it was. I mean, cinema would not be a cinema if it wasn't for him. But he was inspired by Stanley Kubrick as well. You know, like his favorite movie, it's 2001 Space Odyssey. He was inspired by Stanley Kubrick. You know, if you ask, Steven, he'll tell you his inspiration came from, Stanley Kubrick. That's why he did Artificial Intelligence movie for him after he passed away. But there's something about, because I grew up, like the very first movie in cinema that I saw was E.T., Extraterrestrials. And then after that, the next movie that I saw was Indiana Jones playing on a VCR, was it VCR? Yeah, VCR cassette. Constantly was playing in my parents' house. It was just like Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones all the time. The Raiders of the Lost Ark, and of course Jaws. Are you kidding me, man? So I kind of grew up with his movies, like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So Jurassic Park, I mean, Private Ryan. I mean, the list goes on and on. So he is a master when it comes to like filmmaking. So I think that's why there's so much excitement, especially when it comes to like alien movies, like a Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But this is going to be something different, and it should be different. He's not going back to what we already have seen before, and I think he's going for something totally different that's going to shock us, surprise us, and most importantly, the movie will have us talking about it. And I think that's what he wants to achieve. I don't think he will give you any answers. This is what I honestly think. He's not going to give you any answers, just like 2001 Space Odyssey didn't give you any answers, but it will have you talk about, like, people still talk about the monolith from 2001 Space Odyssey. That's what Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke wanted to achieve. We're not going to give you any answer, but we want you to talk about it. You figured it out. What do you think? What does it mean to you? What does all of this mean to you? So I think the same thing. I think Spielberg's trying to achieve with Disclosure Day. Now, again, we're here talking about a Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I just wanted to kind of address this briefly. Okay. I know it should be a separate video. I apologize, but anyway. All right, so how do we start this big giant juggernaut of an airplane? Well, let me see if I can figure this out. What is the most important thing that I need to do? The batteries, right? So I need to find the batteries. Where are the batteries? See? It's been a while. The batteries, where are they? Are the batteries turned on? Hold on. The batteries are turned on, right? Maybe it needs to be an automatic. Hold on. No, it's oh man. Hey, look, this is a challenge. It's not going to be easy, all right? It's not going to be easy. There we go. That's a start. Right, at least we got the batteries. All right, hey, at least we got the batteries. So that's a start. What's the next thing? Well, the fuel, right? The fuel control. Okay. Let's see. Where's the fuel? That's already turned on, on. All right. Fuel pump. It's on. Fuel pump. It's on. Fuel pump for all the engines. It's on. On. It's on. Okay. What is the APU? APU, APU. Start engine. APU. I can hear the engine. Yeah, I hear it. There it is. Wow, I still got it. Guys, hey, listen. You see, old habits die hard. I think see, that's what I was talking about. It's in your brain. Like you'll remember it. Even if you didn't fly it for a long time, like you can hear the engine. Look. I think your muscle memory, you will remember it. It's stored in here somewhere. You have to remember, when was the last time that I was flying Boeing 747 on a Microsoft Flight Simulator? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Well, let's look outside. You see? There it is. The engine's turned on. It's working. All of the engines are working. That's good. Why don't we step outside just to check it out? See? Now, normally you shouldn't be standing, because you're going to get sucked into this engine. So you don't want to do this in real life, obviously. This is a no-no. But again, this is a video game. Okay. So you see the engines are running. I got the engines, all right. That means I still got it. I can still, you know, do a cold and dark on Boeing 747. People have people have asked me, when am I going to test a PlayStation 5 version? Like soon, very soon. I don't know how soon, but very soon. Okay. So now, what's the next thing for me to do? Alright, let me just adjust the lights a little bit. Instrument lights, everything's 100%. Alright. Just want to make sure everything's... I want to make sure that the brightness everything's bright. Okay. Alright, that's good. So I can see, you know. Make sure all of this stuff here is looking good. Okay. Alright, so what's the next thing? Let's select the altitude at 24,000 feet. How about, let's see. How about 28,000 feet? Yeah, you go. There we go. So what's the next thing here? Let's just make sure the brightness of the co-pilot floodlight is turned on. Map brightness, I want that to be bright. Alright. Alright, looks like we're good here. I can't believe it. They have done some updates here. They have like an extra seat over here. A third seat. Which is, oh, actually 4 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have done some updates here. Let me just check out the what they have done here. Oh wow, dude, they certainly have done some upgrades here. Not bad. Nice, nice. They certainly have patched this plane up. It looks much better than it was before. That's nice. That's really nice. I like that. Alright, so as you can see, I still got it. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is obviously for me to get on the radio, right? Tune in on the ground, right? Request a taxi. I don't think we need any pushback. Honestly, we're good here. In the same pattern, request taxi.
V ground, Boeing November 77 tree, 44 with Echo. Request taxi for takeoff, close traffic.
Boeing November 77 tree 44, V ground. Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Oh. Request is denied. How about depart straight out?
V ground, Boeing November 77 tree, 44 with Echo. Request taxi for takeoff, straight out departure.
Boeing November 77 tree 44, V ground. Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Oh, it's an IFR, so I have to select IFR. Wait a minute. Did I select IFR? Hold on. Well, anyway, I don't have time to go through all of this because, you know, this video will be like super long. That's what she said. So we're just doing this just to see if I can do a cold and dark on this giant beast. So let's see if we can departure. Hold on. let's see. I can hear the engines. All right, the plane is moving. That's good. Remember, that's the whole point of this video, just to see if I still got this, you know. Well, clearly you can see that I still got it. I can do cold and dark after 6 years of me playing this game. But I haven't played it in a long time. You know, I've been using that helicopter recently, that Huey. But you can see that I can still do it. I still got it. Even I'm surprised that I still got it. To be honest with you, we're gonna stop here for a minute.
Veen ground, Boeing November 77344, ready to taxi. Close traffic with Echo.
Boeing November 77344, Veen ground. Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Let me go to the ground services. Hold on, see what's going on. Go back to clearance. Request IFR clearance. Here we go.
Veen clearance delivery. Boeing November 77344, ready to copy IFR clearance to Corona.
Boeing November 77344 is cleared to Corona Airport as filed runway 29er. Climb and maintain 1000. Departure frequency is 124.4, squawk 0252.
All right, departure frequency is 124. Got it. And it's the runway 29.
Cleared to Corona as filed. Runway 29er. Climb and maintain 1000. Departure frequency is 124.4, squawk 0252. Boeing November 77344.
All right, so
Boeing 344, readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.775 when ready to taxi. Good day.
we need to contact the ground. Need to ask them for a clearance and request taxi IFR.
Veen ground, Boeing November 77344 with Echo, ready to taxi, IFR.
Boeing November 77344. Taxi to and hold short of runway 29 using taxiway Lima Echo X-ray 2 Mike Alpha 2. Contact tower on 121.2 when ready.
Okay, so we need to go ahead and go to the clearance. All right, we good.
Taxi to and hold short runway 29er using taxiway Lima
Let's go.
Echo X-ray 2 Mike Alpha 2, Boeing 344.
So it's going to be a runway 29. You see, I still got it. Still got it. It's a Boeing 747, guys. Cold and dark. I still got it. I think this is runway 29. Yep. Let's just double check. Yeah, it is runway 29. we're good here. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna contact the tower, and hold on. It's a giant airplane. Okay, we're gonna come up here. And we're gonna stop right here. All right, so let me request a takeoff clearance.
Main tower, Boeing November 77 at runway 29 are ready for departure. IFR to Kurna.
Boeing November 77 QNH 1026. Cleared for takeoff runway 29er.
All right, so I'm acknowledging that I'm ready for takeoff. That's it. Good to go.
Cleared for takeoff runway 29er. Boeing November 77
I still got it. Told you guys. I still got this. All right, and Miss No Name. You guys give her the name. I don't know. I don't want to give her the name. You guys give her the name. Leave a comment down below and you tell me what my co-pilot name should be. Okay. Right now she has no name. That's her name. Currently it's No Name. And you guys leave a comment down below. You let me know what her name should be. And I'll look at all those names down on the comments and I'll pick and choose which one I think it's the name that I like. Okay. All right, here we go. And we're ready to take off this giant beast. This giant Boeing 747 beast. See, I still got it. Guys, why you want to doubt me? Don't ever doubt me. I can do it. Okay? I'm Mr. Everything. I'm John Wick. I'm Arnold. I am Mr. Metroid Prime. Like, I'm Mr. Everything. Mr. Universe. I'm just kidding. Alright, guys. Alright, just relax. I learn. That's what I do, okay? But look, I have to remember. Ask my friend Dominic. He will tell you. I have spent 6 years. Hold on, let me copy this. Hold on. Yeah, copy that.
Go to 124.4. Boeing tree 44.
My friend, Dominic knows how long I've been playing this. I've been playing this since it came out. It's all documented. You can go back to August of 2020, and you will see that I've been playing this game since it came out. So I'm no stranger to like flight simulator. For those of you who know me, who are familiar with me, then you know. But for those of you who don't know me and your first time watching me, you're probably wondering, well, how does he know how to do this? Like, it's a Boeing 747, very complex. Listen, this might look intimidating. Everything looks intimidating at first, but it's not. Just remember that. Same thing with the Metroid Prime. It all looks intimidating with the Metroid Prime. Oh, what do I do here? How do I... This is what I was trying to teach you about the Metroid Prime. I love solving problems. I like thinking games. I like to think. Well, how do I do this? How do I do that? We're overspeeding. We need to slow down a little bit. Climb the altitude. Got a nice view over here. So we're flying in Vienna, Austria, all the way to Sweden. Obviously, we're not gonna do this flight because this is a video. Obviously, I might do this like on a maybe PlayStation 5 version. I might live stream it, and we can do it together. The whole point of this video is just to show you that I still, well, actually to show it to myself. Can I still do it? Like, do I still have, ability to do I still have the ability to do a cold and dark? It was really more of like a test for me, but also people have been asking me, when was the last time you actually did a cold and dark for Boeing 747? And the truth be told, it's been a long time. So now me coming back to doing cold and dark for Boeing 747, it's, it's interesting to see if I can still do it. As you can see, I can still do it. And that's the whole point of this video, really. To test myself to see if I can do it. Yeah. Look, you got to understand the basics of every airplane. Majority of these airplanes, they have same basics. Okay, it needs the battery, right? So that's the first. Okay, so just think of it like this. Don't get intimidated by all these buttons. See, that's where a lot of you guys get, intimidated. You see all these buttons and you're freaking out. You get the anxiety, like, oh, Jesus. Ugh. That's because you don't understand. But that's why you have to educate yourself. Learn the basics. What are the basics, core principles you need to understand about how to turn on an airplane? All right. What does it need? It needs battery, right? Electricity. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to turn on, the electricity, okay? Without the electricity, you cannot start those engines. All right. And after that, you got to turn on the fuel to let the 1, 2, 3, 4 of these jet engines fuel to pass through. But you first need the batteries to turn on the electricity. Once you get the same thing with a car. Without the battery, you cannot turn on the car. You see? So first you need to understand the basic principle of how something works. And once you understand that basic principle, and I think this is what they teach you in aviation, correct? They teach, I hope that they do, I'm sure they do, the basic core principle of how an airplane works, right? And once you understand how an airplane works, then everything else, it's easy. Of course, there's other things you need to know. Obviously, you need to get familiar with their ATC, radio communication, which is very important. You have to listen to their instructions, right? What's the altitude? So you constantly have to get in touch with the towers as you're passing through different countries, right? Contacting those towers, and they're going to tell you which route to take. You need to understand the difference between the IFR and VFR, right? So, there's a lot to learn. But first you need to understand the basic core principle. I'm sure my friend Dominic, who is a pilot, can obviously Dominic, if you want to leave a comment, drop down the comment and maybe leave a little bit of a detailed comment about this, for other people to understand, because he's a pilot. Maybe Dominic, you could do that. Do me a favor and just leave a little bit of a detailed comment on, like, like, what have you learned, like, when you started going to 6 years ago, when you started going to a flight school. What were the basic core principles? If you could do that, Dominic, you just leave a comment. What were the basic core principles that you were learning when you first started going to flight school? If you could do that, I would appreciate it. Thank you. And actually, he got inspired by this game. That's the interesting thing about my friend Dominic, and I hope you don't mind me talking about you. He was inspired by Microsoft Flight Simulator when it first came out. Obviously, he was playing it on the Xbox Series X when it came out. But he was inspired to become a pilot. Like, this game inspired him to be. He's a pilot because of this game. Just think about what Asobo has achieved. They inspired people to become pilots. So when I tell people that this game it's worth $70 on a PlayStation 5, you better believe it. You paying for something that can be a learning tool, that $70 can turn into a career move for you to become a pilot. Not to mention that you'll be able to use PlayStation VR too. Now, I'm mentioning PlayStation because it just recently was released on PlayStation, and I do want to check out the PlayStation. People have been begging me, please check out the PlayStation version, and I will. Very soon, I'll be checking out the PlayStation 5 version, because I know a lot of you on the PlayStation have been waiting for those live streams. Okay, I mean, it's happening. It will happen, very soon. Okay, we're getting back to flying. Okay, it's been a while. We're gonna take a little break from Nintendo and Metroid. I know you guys are sick and tired of me of Metroid Prime. All right, so there you have it, guys. I still got it. And again, I'm sorry that the video is so long, but you have to understand, I can't make these videos too short. If I make these videos short, then it's not going to feel the same way. It's going to feel like I'm rushing through it, heavily edited. I hope you guys understand why these videos are long. They have to be. They're long for a reason. They're not like long for no reason. So as you can see, I still got it. Still have it. Here we are, climbing the altitude. We're going to Vienna. Smooth as a butter. And I know you guys want me to test the PlayStation 5 version. It's coming very soon. Okay? Alright. I know how much you guys love those live streams. I'm sure my friend Dominic will appreciate those live streams. And I'm kind of excited to see how the PlayStation 5 version runs with the PlayStation 5 controller, and just to see like what it's like to play it on the PlayStation, because I've been playing it mostly on the PC and the Xbox Series X and Series S. So it's kind of nice to see what the PS5 version is, and I'm sure you guys want to see those live streams. I know you guys want to see those live streams because I've been getting all those emails. Again, people are emailing me. I was telling Javi, even Javi is like, why are people emailing you? I don't know, Javi. I mean, you should ask them. I know my email is there publicly. I'm not even hiding it. But their email is there if you really have something that you really have a question regarding my channel, or some complaint or whatever. It's really meant for that. If you have a complaint, if you want to complain to me about something, and you privately want to tell me anonymously, you don't want to be publicly known, you have a feedback about the channel, criticism, whatever, or something else you want to see different, that's what that email is meant for. It's like a complaint department, a feedback. Contact me, leave a feedback. If you don't want to be publicly known down on the comments, which I totally respect your privacy, everyone's privacy, that's what it's meant for. But a lot of people have been using the email just to ask for requests. Listen, if you want a request, you can just leave a comment. But I think they figured that I will respond to an email maybe quicker than a comment. And that's true too, because I don't always have time to go through all the comments, because there's so many comments. I have so many videos. You have to remember, guys, I have 9,400 plus videos. There's so many comments. And to sort out all those comments takes a while. But yeah, the answer is yes. We'll be checking out PlayStation 5 version very soon. We'll be streaming it. Will be streamed, actually. It's going to be streamed because I know how much you guys like me live streaming. And it'll be kind of cool to like talk about the PlayStation 5 version, to test all these airplanes, you know, to test everything, to fly. Maybe fly together with you guys and add me on the PlayStation, and you know, maybe do a party chat, you know, etc., etc. And yeah. But how soon? Very soon. Okay? Soon. Very soon. Okay? Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it informative. I hope you find it interesting. Should I call myself Maverick? Listen, I'm not a Maverick. Look, here's the thing about me. I'm curious, dude. I'm like Keanu, I'm like Tom Cruise. Like, I want to know, hey, how do you do this? Like, I'm always curious. Like, how do you do this? How do you make this? How does this work? I always been curious. How does this work? How does this piano works? What's the components needed to make a sound on a piano? Or how do you DJ? What's the whole concept of DJing? Like, how do you match the song? How do you match the beats and all that? Like, you know, like I also do a little bit of DJing, right? So I want to learn. How do you do this? How do you do that? You think DJing it's easy? It's not. But you can be good at DJing if you learn like the basic concept of how to DJ. What are the basic rules that you need to know on how to DJ, etc., right? So it's like I like to ask questions. That's where this comes from. And this is one of the reasons why I like Metroid Prime. I already told you a story, like back in 1984, Spectrum ZX Sinclair was the very first computer that me and my brother had. And the very first game that me and my brother played was Lunar Lander, right? Lunar Lander, it's a simple game, but you have these thrusters, and you only have so much of these thrusters. Capacity, it's like, let's say 35% or 45%. And within that 45 to 35% capacity of that thruster, you need to know how much of thruster do you need to use, and how much of those thrusters you need to conserve so you don't crash as you are landing down to the moon. And that makes you think. So same thing with Tetris, moving those blocks as they're coming down. Same thing with Frogger as you're crossing the highway. Same thing with highway or street. Same thing with a Pac-Man, right? How to avoid the other Pac-Mans chasing you. These are thinking games, and this is one of the reasons why I love Metroid Prime, because I like thinking. Like, ooh, how do we solve this problem? I don't know what it is. It's just I love solving problems. It's fascinating. Well, this is interesting. Well, how do you do this? It's self-rewarding. Honestly, it's self-rewarding knowing that, hey, I can do this. I can figure this out. But I'll figure that out by using my brain and observing everything and trying to think. What does this need? What do I need to start this, to move this giant airplane? Right? So that's where I get fascinated. And I know some people don't like thinking. Some people, they just want to have a good time. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. But I think it's good for you to like to learn. It's good for your brain. Listen, knowledge is the power. Reading books, learning, knowledge is, listen, your life, when you don't have to be dependent on someone else to help you, yo, this is what I was taught by my Freemason friends in the past. Yes, I told you the story. I had a lot of Freemason friends, and they've been really good to me. They've been really good to me. They show me compassion, love. They showed me a lot of things, you know. But one of the most important things they showed me is to be self-dependent, you know, and also to help others, you know, give something back to the community, to be a good man. To make, like, basically the motto that they told me is, you're a good man, but be a better man. To make a good man, be a better man. You know, and again, I don't want to, you know, get into a whole thing with brother Freemasons, but, you know, all I can tell you is I don't know their secrets. Obviously, you have to be part of them. You have to be part of the brotherhood, but they've been so good to me, man. They really have kind of put me in a right direction in my life, and they made me realize things, you know, and I'm very grateful because, you know, when I was younger, man, I was making so many mistakes, you know. I was going down in a wrong path, you know. But I'm glad that I met those individuals in my life, that they came into my life, because they made me realize what's important, what's not important, and they made me realize, you know, life is not about, you know, possession of things. It's not about how much money you have in your bank account. It's not about the bragging rights. It's about the experience. Like, life is an experience, right? And I sometimes give those advices to you younger folks, so you can learn something from me. You know, yes, I'm an old geezer, but you can learn from my life experience. I'm almost 47. I've been around, and hopefully that this helps. You know, everything that I tell you in a good faith, good advice to help you. I'm not telling you this to brag about myself. You know, it's. I know some people say, "Oh, he's bragging." I'm not really bragging about anything. I'm just telling you my life experience. You know, and hopefully you can learn something from it. All right, well, there you have it. God bless you guys. Happy holidays. And I apologize that the video is long. Please, I'm sorry. But it has to be long, you know. And if you made it this through, I thank you. God bless you, and I thank you. And I will see you guys. Hopefully, maybe PlayStation 5 version live stream. There might be a surprise. Okay? You know. And the whole thing about the boxing, it was just a joke. Guys, I don't care who wins. Listen, Joshua's great. Jake's great. They're both great boxers. Whoever wins, wins. We'll see. But that's the beauty of the sport. You know, it has nothing to do with him being from UK, Joshua from UK, and of course, Jake from here, United States. Obviously, you know, I'm from United States, so of course I want to root for the guy who's representing my country. Same thing with you guys. You want to root for Joshua because he represents your country. That's just normal. Same thing with the World Cup. You know, who am I going to root for in the World Cup? Yeah, the United States of America team, of course. So if like a hockey team, you know, America, United States, America versus Canadian team. So American team versus Canadian team in hockey. Who am I going to root for? Now, I like Canada. Sure, I love Canada. Nothing against Canada. But if my American team, it's playing against Canadian team, I want to see the American team win. It's that simple. You know. Am I going to watch it? Well, I don't have a Netflix, so I don't think I will watch it. I'll just hear about it from you guys. We'll probably be live streaming. We'll probably be live streaming something that you want me to live stream. And we all know what that is. What is that? I think I already told you what that is, what we're going to be streaming. I think I already made that clear. You know. and it's good for me to come back to flying. It's been a while. I think honestly people are getting sick and tired of me playing these Nintendo games and Metroid, and honestly I see you guys are getting sick and tired of it. So it's kind of nice to go back to flying, streaming and flying, you know, because when I fly, I can talk to you guys. I can interact with you. When I'm playing like Metroid game, I cannot interact with you because I'm focused on the game. So, yeah, most likely you will see a PlayStation 5 version. And I know how excited. Wow, I can't believe Mr. 4K finally is going to, you know, promote the PS5. Help us fanboys on the PS5 version of a flight simulator. To tell everybody that the PS5 version is the best. Well, what is going to make the PS5 version the best is going to be obviously PlayStation VR 2. Obviously, there's no question about that. I think everyone knows that. Well, two things. PSVR 2, obviously, that's without saying, but also ability to play it on a tablet. I mean, not a tablet, the PlayStation Portal. As well. So you got a variety of choices, and there's other features that PS5 version has that the Xbox doesn't. So you know, there's a lot of stuff in the PS5 version to like, and of course support of the PS5 Pro, you know, which I might pick up next year for Flight Simulator to boost the visuals of PlayStation VR 2. And the performance of PlayStation VR 2 version and the PS5 Pro version. So there's a lot of reasons for PS5. And let's be honest, PS5 version is going to be, on a console, the best version. I know people say about PC version. Listen. Again, I have to apologize 2 times now. I'm sorry this video is 1 hour long. Please accept my apologies. Please. Yes. PC version is the best. There's no question about that. But the difference between PC version and PlayStation 5 version, PC version it's expensive. It's expensive. If you want to have that full experience of all the stuff included, PC version is expensive. It'll cost you a lot of money. PlayStation 5 version, it's accessible and it's not super expensive. So I think that's the point that I'm trying to make, that you can enjoy PlayStation VR 2 for as little as like, you know, buying a console for $400 and buying a PSVR 2 for $400. So for $800 you can have a virtual reality experience on a flight simulator from Microsoft Flight Simulator for $800. A gaming laptop like a basic gaming laptop will cost you $800 for a PC. So just a graphics card, it's $800 for crying out loud. It's like a bare minimum $800 for a graphics card. So PC version is more expensive. Yes, it's the best, but it's at what cost? It's more expensive. I think PlayStation version is the cheapest premium experience that you can get. How about that? The cheapest premium experience that you can get. All right, well, there you have it. We'll talk more about this on a live stream when I do a PlayStation 5 version live stream. We'll talk more about this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, please accept my sincere apologies for this video being 1 hour. But I think you will understand. If you made it this far, you will understand why this video it's 1 hour. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Okay? And I will see you on a live stream. Yes, I'm coming back to flying. Yes, on a PlayStation 5. I'm coming back to flying. That's right. There you go. Are you happy? I'm sure some of you guys are happy. Thank God he's coming back to flying. I'm sure my friend Dominic will be happy to know that I'm coming back to flying. All right, all right. God bless you. Happy holidays. And I will see you on a live stream.